First of all, I want to thank you all for coming out today. This is the first ever Junior Police Academy in the city of Norwood, and we're very honored that we're able to do this. Before I begin, there are a few people I would like to thank. Chief William Kramer for having a vision and allowing us to participate in this program. Chief Kramer has made great strides to improve community relations, and the Junior Police Academy is just one of those examples. Laura Ferguson and Sheila Faust from Avenues for Success, thank you for partnering with us and providing support throughout the process of developing and implementing this program. Elizabeth Hiller from the high school cafeteria, she was responsible for lunches every day. Jetty Wallace, Melissa Douglas, and Sarah Bruceman from the Norwood Recreation Commission for letting us use this building and also providing transportation on our field trip that we went on Thursday. Auxiliary officers Lieutenant Bud Rich and Officer Robert Miller for helping before and during the program. Magistrate Walt Westridge and the entire staff of the Norwood Mayor's Court. Sam Scales from Domino's Pizza and Gary Cowan from Ameristop for donating pizza and drinks for today's graduation, and Bill Heffron from Little Debbie Snack Cakes. The numerous instructors and officers from the Norwood Police Department who helped make this program a success. They include Lieutenant Tom Fallon of the Hamilton County Heroin Coalition, also an MPD officer. Sergeant Mark Vickers for helping out during the mock investigation. Sergeant Phil Cintron for the canine demonstration and the auto accident investigation portions of the class. Officer Mike Jackson for the SWAT demonstration. Officer Mike Borchurch and his canine partner Moore for the canine demonstration. And Officer Ken Beavers who helped us out with the legal class and the investigation. And lastly, I want to thank Officer Mike Price, who's been my right-hand man during this entire program. Mike's not only presented numerous classes, but he coordinated getting all the snacks and drinks and helped out with the lunches for the cadets. His desire and ability to reach out to young people is an example for all of us, and this program absolutely would not have been possible without Mike's involvement. The Junior Police Academy taps into something as old as law enforcement profession itself. One that goes all the way back to the first time a father put on a police uniform and stood before his children. Frame that image in your mind and look at the engine that powers the Junior Police Academy. For youth, someone to champion justice. For the police officer, someone worth fighting for. Together, young people and police officers generate a uniquely American brand of idealism that is essential to both liberty and democracy and enthusiasm for justice. Consider for a moment our definition of a graduating candidate. A graduating candidate is not ready to patrol the street, but they do appreciate the commitment and dedication a law enforcer needs to face the streets each day. Proficiency with firearms is not part of the cadet's training, but they do understand the absolute necessity of a police officer wearing a weapon. Cadets cannot cite case law with the skill of a lawyer, but they do recognize the value of a precise penal code applied justly and fairly to all. Cadets have not known the stress and uncertainty of stopping a speeding motorist on a lonely highway at 2 o'clock in the morning, but they do understand why no-nonsense by-the-book traffic stops are not mere theatrics, but a lawman's protocol to staying alive. The Junior Police Academy cadet, not licensed law enforcement officers, are lifelong defenders of a noble profession. These distinctions are at the core of this educational program, not to simply teach young people law enforcement, law and procedure, but to reveal the reasoning behind each law and procedure. Focusing on the why rather than on the how to move young people to a rich understanding of a law enforcer's role in society, to broaden their definition of a law enforcer to include peacemaker and lifeline to those in peril. This has not been a one-way transition. The other officers and I have learned from each one of these cadets. We've made a connection with these young people that we hope will continue for years to come. To the parents of these cadets, you've given us permission to spend this past week with your young people. That is a responsibility we don't take lightly, and we sincerely thank you for the privilege. To the graduating cadets, we've all learned a lot from each other, and we've all grown along the way. Let this be the start of something bigger. Continue to make good decisions, and continue to be more than you ever thought you could be. Thank you. Part of this program included what we would like to pass on about leadership and responsibility to these young people. And it has flourished throughout the past week. We have some people that are going to get up here in just a minute because they demanded that they give a speech. Some of these kids would not talk to us the first few days. Now they want to get up here and give speeches. So they're going to get that opportunity. As class president, Ariel Gladys had a lot of responsibilities, sometimes a lot more than the others. And she stepped up to the plate and she helped out tremendously. I'm going to say a few words.
Hello, my name is Ariel Gladys, the class president of the Bergs Junior Police Club. First off, I would like to thank all the police officers for creating this. I had an amazing time. It was a great experience, and I'm glad I came. We did fun things that I might never get to do again, like seeing the SWAT van, seeing the police dog, and their victims. I've learned so much this past week and met some new people. I almost don't want it to end, but on the bright side, I won't have to wake up at 8 a.m. every morning. I feel a lot more comfortable with the police officers and everyone here. Thank you for letting me have a great time and a great experience.
Hello, my name is Marky. I just wanted to say how I said it's Thursday, I want to change it to have the police. But when I faced the police academy, I realized that all the police officers want to say. I love the way they made us feel comfortable and they treated us like an own. I love the police.
Hello, my name is Sarah James. First, I would like to start off saying how much I enjoyed the past 5 days. It has been unbelievably incredible. I have been given an astonishing amount of respect from the officers. I went from police officers are horrible people to I hope to be future police officers. Officer Hicks, Vicks, Beavers, Borchers, and St. John, the Canine, Amore are outstanding officers. I'm proud to say that I was part of the first Norwood Police Academy. Thank you for listening.
Well, as you can see, I forgot to do my speech, so I'm going to wing it. And so, like they were saying, I was proud to be a part of the very first Norwood Junior Police Academy. And I would like to thank Sergeant Hicks, Chief of Police, Officer Citron, Borger, sorry, I can't remember all the names, and Canine Amore, but he's not here today, Officer Price, and thank you for a great experience.
Hi, my name is Leslie Smith. In the past week, we got to learn what it's like to be a police officer by taking fingerprints, meeting the canine and more, going to court, and so much more. Every day, Sergeant Hicks would pick 2 people, and they would help Ariel get the people back into the classroom after lunch. These were the SWAT leaders. At the beginning of this program, I didn't have the best attitude about cops, but after this program, I feel a lot better because I understand their points of view, and I really hope that the Norwood Police Department continues to keep this program running. I am so thankful for all of the officers that helped with this program.
Okay, we've got some certificates now for each one of the students. Emily Betts. Isaiah Chinchilla. Marquita Freeland. Ariel Gladys. Terrence Hammonds. Brian Harrison. Haley Haynes. Robin Henley. Nelson Hoffman. Malachi Holland. Lemuel James. Cameron Jesse. Adrian Larry. Ashton Lavernance. Sarah Mays. Neviah Maxberry. Elijah Miller. Mystica Miller. Mason Pfeiffer. Giovanni Sepulveda. Wesley Smith. Aubrey Stingley. Catherine Tallman. Sebastian King. Chief Kramer would like to say a few words at this time.
Good afternoon. I won't take up too much of your time. First thing, I want to thank everyone for coming out this afternoon. I try to come down here once or twice a day. I would only stay for 15, maybe 20 minutes at a time. But for me, I think the really neat part was being here the first day and watching Jim have the kids try to fall in for formation. They were clumsy. They didn't know what they were doing. And then coming down yesterday and just seeing the progress the kids had made throughout the week, knowing exactly where they were born, yes sir, and no sir, doing everything the right way. On top of that, these kids were really good kids. I never saw one kid misbehaving. So, kids, you deserve to give yourself a very big round of applause. You did a great job. Secondly, I want to thank the parents for entrusting us. I know Jim already talked about that, but it's important to us that you trusted us with your kids. He trusted us to teach them the right things. I know they had a great time doing it. Kids, you definitely deserve to give your parents a round of applause for bringing you up here each day and letting you go. I will again thank Laura Ferguson and Mrs. Faust from Avenues for Success. They were integral to us being able to pull this off. So give them a big round of applause also. And the last thing I want to say is the following. A couple nights ago, I got an email message from a retired lieutenant from the Norwood Police Department. And in the email, it was very kind. He said some very nice words about me. He said he loved what I was doing in this department, and after 30 years, he wished he had seen this kind of leadership. And while it made me feel really good, the real truth of the matter is that I don't get anything done without these guys here. They are what make this possible. They make me look good. So a big round of applause to Sergeant Hicks, Officer Mike Price, Phil Centron, and Mike Forster. Because without them, this would not be possible. Thank you for your time, and I'm going to turn it over to Laura Ferguson now from Avenues for Success.
Thank you very much for coming. And at Avenues for Success, I think most of you know our little tagline is, it's all about the experience. We want to provide our students with exceptional experiences that are educational, fun, and presented in a non-traditional way. And I think that this is an amazing example of all of that, and it has been a great success from the day we started planning in December until this graduation. And it started with our community advisory. We have one of the police officers on it, and Ron Murphy, and he said to his fellow officers when they started talking about this, hey, why don't you call Avenues for Success? I'm very honored that they considered us as a partner, and these are the kind of partnerships that we want to continue to grow. And I think one of the finest moments as in my job in Avenues for Success is the logo that was created between Avenues for Success and the Norwood Police Department. It was like, I think that's my goal, is to partner with more and more organizations to develop more and more logos in combination. But it has been a great experience for our students. And what I'd like to say to our students is that I am very proud that you stepped out of your box and that you had the courage to try an all-new experience, first ever in the history of Norwood. And you guys are trailblazers now. You will be remembered in all of time in the Norwood Police Department as the first graduating class of the Junior Police Academy, which I expect will go on for years and years and years to come. And no matter what career you step into, if it's law enforcement, if it's business, if it's the medical field, if it's education, I know you are all going to be successful. And part of that is because of this experience that you've had today, and that you wanted to learn something new and find out something new. And keep that in your lifetime forever. And I do want to comment on that. There was one gentleman yesterday, I learned some new things in the courtroom, and I said, oh, I can't believe this is so exciting. I got to learn something. I asked the judge a question, and the young man said, you learned something new? You're old. And so I think he knows who he is. You can probably tell by his body language right now. And so I just want him to know that the officers will be waiting at the end to handcuff him and take him away for calling me old. But amazing kids. And to the parents, I want to say thank you for allowing us, as you do all the school year, to provide your students with new experiences. And it's important that they have your support, from now until, the end. They always need their parents' support. So thank you very much. And the Norwood Police Department, this has just been, I think honestly my favorite thing that I've done in all the years that I've been involved with Avenues for Success. It has been incredible. And at this time, I would like for Officer Michael Price to come forward. And the students, their certificate of achievement said for completing the Junior Police Academy. Officer Michael Price, I put for surviving the Police Academy. Sergeant Yankton, he also gets for surviving the Junior Police Academy. And I would like to say that another thing I learned was the history, and I'm sure your kids have told you, of police officers and donuts. From Michael Price as an education history major. I love history, so I now know what the history behind donuts and police officers is, and it was fascinating. So each of our students, our cadets, will receive a $5 gift certificate from Buxton so that they can go get a donut when they're feeling like they need to refresh themselves on what they learned in the JPA. And I think we have a couple extra also for the police officers too. So when they need that donut, they can get it also. And we also have a food basket for our officers to enjoy at the police department in the break room so that they can stay healthy and continue to support Norwood. And just, I know I've talked a long time, but ever since I was a little girl, I would always, when I hear emergency vehicles, stop and pray for those that needed help. Since I've developed my partnership with the police department and the fire department, all of a sudden I find myself, as I've gotten to know them, I find myself stopping when I hear their vehicles and praying for their safety also. So as a community, I think that we should remember to do that. And I'm also ready to ask them to deputize me because I'm tired of cars that won't yield to them anymore. So I think I'm going to start making citizens arrests. So just beware. But thank you very much.
Lastly, in closing, I want to bring your attention to some cards that the kids were asked to write to the staff of the Junior Police Academy and the Norwood Police Department. I read through them, and it was great. So I invite you to take a few minutes, just grab a couple, read them. They're very heartfelt and very much appreciated from the kids. And the other thing I want to point your attention to, this is a slideshow we put together. We were taking pictures during the Junior Police Academy. You'll probably spot your kids there at some point in time. We try to get everybody in as we could. So take some time and check those things out. We do have some pizza and also cake. And the kids will be serving their families the pizza and the cake. So help yourself, and I'll be dismissing the cadets now.